They don't come in the bedrooms.
That was like a big old horn blast before we had the bridge to go up.
They're staying outside an awful long time for a...
What's that?
I said they're staying outside an awful long time for a fire drill.
I know, huh?
Understand the tour a little bit better. Taking a look off the very front of the boat where you see that blue hornblower flag waving, that's called the bow. Where you see the American flag on the back of the boat, that's called the stern. The right side of the boat, that's the starboard side, and the left side is the port side. An easy way to remember the difference between port and starboard is both port and left have the same amount of letters. So our first historical site is on the sacramentation of the San Francisco Bay Bridge and the Golden Gate Bridge, which both provided for much easier and more flexible transportation by automobile. The boats were then mothballed, but during World War II, both were drafted into service by the U.S. Navy and painted battleship gray. They were used sail up the Sacramento River in search of a location to establish a timber, livestock, and agricultural empire, which would become the next busy port of the West. This trip did take 6 days. We got lost a few times in the vast Sacramento River Delta. Even today, north and south boundaries extended the length of the valley. In fact, when the first city council convened to draw up the city as a visitor center with an art display. On the side of the structure, you can see lines and numbers which indicate the level of water above sea level. 33 feet is the height where the water crests the levees and the river floods. You may be wondering why it goes all the way up to 38 feet. This is to anticipate any hiking of the levees in the future. Upriver, you will see a smaller structure coming out of the water, which is the look up the American River, the green bridge you see is called the Jaboom Street Bridge. This bridge gets its name from the 49er era. Riverboat captains would line the banks here. They tie their boats up on the beach by bowsprits called jib booms. closer to Crawdads, I'd like to point out the neon sign that says Crawdads. Just below that neon sign, you'll see a satellite. Below the satellite, you'll see a palm tree. Right below that palm tree, you'll see a piling. It's a pole that helps to support the docks. It's right next to the entrance door going into the restaurant. Around that piling, there are 4 different color bands, one orange, one purple, it looks like black and blue. Those are all high water levels of the Sacramento River through history. That very top orange band, that was the floods in March of 1986. The Sacramento River did reach that elevation, and the water flooded over into the city. Virgin Sturgeon. Take a look just behind the restaurant. You'll notice a white gangway going down to the restaurant. That's the main ramp to get into the restaurant. That's an old Pan American Airways jetway.
See it coming up?
Wires are the wires that power the engines that swing over the bridge, the electric motors actually, which the captain of the sailing vessel, the Namsang, failed to account for those wires with her 85-foot mast. While the I Street Bridge did open, you can see the wires, they remain stationary across the bridge span.
Oh, that's on the other
The mast
side.
of the Namsang caught the wire, and the vessel capsized and sank. Fortunately, nobody was injured in this accident.
Well, I guess
It's still in
you can go on either side
on
of
the port side on the
swing
launch of this day.
Where did they come from?
That's the STRS building.
Port side, that's Sacramento. The Sacramento River is the boundary between the two cities, and actually between the two counties. West Sacramento is in Yolo County. The ziggurat building in the river. That's what's left of Rayleigh's Landing. Rayleigh's Landing was built by Tom Rayleigh, the founder of Rayleigh Supermarkets. He had this dock constructed in conjunction with a small hotel and banquet facility. Tom would bring his beautiful classic 90-foot yacht up from the Bay Area to entertain his family and friends. He did an online voting campaign for the citizens of Sacramento to choose the new color to repaint the bridge. And the majority chose gold to resemble California's gold rush history.